So what we're gonna do here, nice. All right, so we're gonna shoot the primary bedroom here. Okay, so as we come in here, so we see we have what we're dealing with here. What we're doing here is this giant dresser that's kind of blocking a little bit of the window. So it's gonna make it a little bit challenging to compose a shot that isn't annoying. So I'm gonna include this. So we have, I don't know if you can tell, but we have this wall here that sort of, cuts the corner. It's a wall with a corner cut off, essentially. So we're gonna use that, is what I'm trying to get to. And I don't wanna show too much of the side of the dresser you see here. That's just information that we don't really need. So but I do wanna show it. I do wanna show it so that the dimensions of this closet helps us imagine the dimensions of the room. Okay, so I do like this. Perhaps I can raise the camera a little bit to kind of give the ceiling, the cathedral ceiling, some room to breathe. And there you have it. There is a very well composed shot. We're gonna take it. And just as I was telling you earlier, without too much of a thought, we're gonna go straight to the opposite side here. I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna include half of that window because we know what the other half looks like. Zoom in a little bit. Another good way of saying this is compress. That's what you're doing, you're compressing space into that frame. Yeah, I like this, maybe go a little darker here. Yeah. So now we got these two basic shots, and this is what we did in the other bedroom. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna expose the side of the wall that we hugged. Since that wall didn't get exposure at all, that's what we're gonna expose. And I don't get much room here because of this piece of furniture here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push the camera back as much as we can. I do like including the mirror here a little bit, just to kind of, and perhaps half of the bed here, and just a little bit of the side where the bed starts to bend down, where the mattress starts to have this downward curve, right? So from the perspective of composition, I like this the best. We know that the bed kind of ends here. We have the mirror that starts here, and half of the headboard is right here. So we can imagine the brain will fill in what the other half looks like. In any case, here we go. And then I'm just gonna go back to here, kind of what we did on the other side. What I don't like about this, of course, is that how much this becomes stretched out. The corner is right there, and then this just becomes such a long and weird piece of furniture. I don't like it. In fact, I think I'm gonna skip this thing altogether. So let's just skip this altogether. And what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna shoot this side now. And because we're in the doorway, we can compress more. We can take more step back. And this will kind of give a better perception of what this room dimensions look like. Yeah. Okay, and in the primary room, I often get this very shot prior to going into the bathroom, is just the bed corners here with an entrance into the bathroom. This doesn't really work very well because of this post here, but I'm still gonna do it nevertheless, just to kind of show you. There you go, I made it work. Just to kind of show you what exactly I'm doing here, just showing the buyer that we're about to go into this bathroom. And of course, probably the signature shot in the bedroom, the main bedroom, is going to be your dead-on shot onto the bed. Now this is tricky because, I'm not really behind the camera. So the parallels, I'm trying to align this wall with the ceiling. This looks good. As you see, my head is tilted, so it's hard to judge. So I'm going to try to bring the tripod down a little bit. Super hard to judge. Maybe something like that. It's hard to tell. Hopefully this is it. That's it. These are your basic shots for the primary bedroom.